Man proposes to his girlfriend after 10 years. She says no because of how long they've been together, and she felt the way he did, it was thoughtless. Who's wrong and who's right?
How y'all been dating for 10 years, you say no?
Here we go.
He proposed after 10 years. And this happens.
Nice
I
ring.
ain't gonna record you because that's up. Like, I just proposed to my girl.
10 years,
So yeah, we've been together.
10 years.
Yeah, we've been together for 10 years, and I just proposed to her, and she just sitting here and just looking at the ring. You just sitting here looking at
it. In a car, you ain't put no thought into it. You ain't take me out to dinner or nothing. No type of little setup, bro.
Why do it? But
flowers, nothing. Just this.
But God, but Crystal,
He said that's the only way to do it.
Crystal,
No.
you said you wanted to be married.
I don't want.
I went out and bought this
like
ring.
5 years ago, I don't want that shit. Now I take
Whoa.
another 5 years to propose to me. No, I don't want.
What you mean? So 10 years? Look, 10 years to me. That tells me if I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
It don't take you 10 years.
People true colors.
It do not take you
People
10
true
years.
colors don't be coming. Like, I gotta see your
It
true
don't take you
colors.
10 years.
It do take people 10 years. Everybody not the same. Like, I don't get it. What you talking about? Like, so you really don't want to, you don't want to marry me.
Damn.
You know what? I'm gonna pack my shit because I just.
So you finna break up with me because I got you a ring 10 years later?
What type of thought is this? We in the car.
What you mean we in the car? Like, it don't matter where you get proposed to, as long as you get proposed to.
I don't want that shit. Can you stop recording me?
I'm not gonna stop recording because you're unappreciative, and I want to show the world how unappreciative my girl is. Like, I don't understand right now. Like, you got a whole, like, you know how much I spent on this?
It's a nice, it looks like a nice ring. I could obviously see both sides of the coin. The marriage ceremony, the ring proposal, it's for the woman. The guys will be like, you wanna get married? Like, that's how guys wanna do it. Whereas women want the, and when I'm posting on social media, and they want the video of the proposal that they can put on their Instagram reels, and the slow motion and the,
Right, imagine you did do the whole thought out thing, but you forgot to have somebody take a photo or a video of it. Would she still resent you for the rest of your life because of that?
probably.
Yeah, like, but like imagine you just wanted to be private just so you could feel it, but you live in a world now where it's like, it's not enough.
And then the guy obviously is the simple, he's like, all right, let's get married.
Maybe they were having good vibes. Hey, so you know it's been 10 years. Sorry it's been so long.
Here's a ring. Here's a $20,000 ring. Here's a $15,000 diamond. I can understand both, but in my opinion, I can understand why she's upset, but for her to respond in that way, I think was inappropriate.
Yeah, because it's unfortunate for you to not want the proposal that you have dreamed of, but if you love this man and he
If you
proposed
really
to you,
did love this person,
there shouldn't be any issue. You could talk to about him after, but like at the end of the day, you're getting married. Like somebody wants to marry you, and in this day and age, there's a lot of people that can't even get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or talk to somebody, and for you to be that ungrateful, no matter what it is like.
but then
he said
I
it
mean,
like I'm
true colors,
proposing to you.
if she said, I wanted that 5 years ago, not now, it's like, oh.
And bought this
like
ring.
5 years ago, I don't want that shit.
Clearly, you wanted me to do it 5 years ago, and you still feel some type of way.
There's a concept that if you love someone or they're your person, you could eat with them at a 5-star Michelin star restaurant or at a motherfucking Shake Shack Denny's at midnight, and you will have an equally amazing time because you care about the person, not the setting, not the thought, none of that. All that stuff is extra. That's all extra sprinkles on the ice cream.
She didn't get the extra sprinkles.
She didn't get the extra sprinkles, which I get it. You're upset, but then to act like that, she clearly doesn't actually love him. She loves what he gives her, but doesn't actually love him, or at least respect him. Ain't nobody wrong. She thugged it out, hoping I gotta say it in an accent. She thugged it out, hoping one day it'd pay off. Then boom, he gives in and does absolutely nothing special. She probably knew that second, like, I'm not spending the rest of my life with this, and I don't blame her. This isn't wrong or right, it's just decisions. And then the person says, sometimes you can have a beautiful proposal and wedding, but a shitty marriage. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it shouldn't be a deal breaker. Bars.
Yep.
How many people have the wedding and proposal of their dreams
And then get divorced later.
and then have a domestic violence
Or
dispute?
that, or that.
Brother dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
She doesn't love him.
Just because you have a big wedding doesn't mean your marriage is more special than somebody that had a small one.
Exactly. He's weird. 10 years and he couldn't even put something together. Couldn't even wait for the car to stop. LMAO, this might be a throwaway proposal. Like, shit, we're gonna be together anyway, so might as well marry me. Here's a ring. Yeah, I mean, okay, you can make that justification about the ethics and the setting, but yeah.
Yeah, he probably should have pulled over first so you could get a proper reaction at least.
You've seen the best of the best online.
So she's gonna feel embarrassed if she posts the car proposal picture on Instagram. She doesn't want to do that.
But in the car with the Wendy's in the background. Let me see the proposal pictures. It's you at the Denny's.
Did the drive-through?
The drive-through.
She's getting the food, looking back.
This video proves why men need to stay single.
Oh no.
Here we go.
So earlier this year, I ended a relationship and cut off an engagement from a great man. He was a good man. He loved God. He was a praying man. He loved and adored me. He was there for me. He was handsome. He was well educated. He didn't have any kids. He checked all the boxes. But there was still something missing. I just knew that I could not go through with this marriage. There was just something that did not connect. I felt that there should have been a connection between he and I in order for me to be his wife. And so I cut off the engagement. And it was so difficult because he was a good man. It's easy when a person is not good. You can justify why you cut things off, but when a person is truly a good person, it's hard to explain. So I found myself trying to explain it to family and friends, and they were asking me a whole bunch of questions that, I could not say, exactly why, other than the fact that I just did not feel the connection. There was something that was not there that I needed to be there in order for this to be my husband.
Which was?
I stopped trying to explain it, and I just trusted my decision, and I went on. But then I got an epiphany, and it was just like, have you ever been shoe shopping and you saw a nice pair of shoes and it's like, ooh, I love the color. I love the style. The heel is the right size. And it's a reasonable price. Like, it's on sale and it's a good shoe. But then when you approach the shoe, you see that it's a size 6 and you need a size 7. Does it take away from the fact that the shoe is a good shoe? Does it take away from the fact that you're getting a great deal for the quality? Does it take away from the fact that the heel is still the right size? It doesn't matter. All of that still makes the shoe is still good. But if it's not your size, it's not the shoe for you. And so that is what I had to accept. Yes, he was a good man. But what that feeling was is that he was not a great fit for me. It didn't take away from who he was, but it was just confirmation that he was not a good fit for me. And that leads me to say that some of us are trying to force relationships when we know they don't fit. It doesn't mean that the person is not good.
Okay, I get what she's saying.
Okay.
God, man, you could have said that in 2 seconds. What would you guys think about that? The woman saying, everything was great, but it was just something that I can't describe. It's strange that it got to the point of proposal. She also said yes, and then cut off the proposal.
Yeah, it's a bit unfair when you're not saying what the reason is too. It's like, okay, well, what's the reason? At least tell me what the reason is, that one thing. Well, I don't really know. It's just there's something about you.
Guys are simple. He probably was like, cool, this is the one. I'm gonna spend the time to get the ring, set it up, propose, and then like I said, how unfair to not have been told earlier.
She effectively rinsed him out of all his time, hard-earned money,
I feel bad for him because that's gonna mess him up traumatically.
attention, love, care, devotion. He got to the point where he was ready to marry her. He popped the question, bought the ring, and then there's just something that I just casually am noticing right about now.
Which I've been knowing, but I kind of have to say it now because it's getting too serious.
Yeah.
Because I've had situations where, there was a girl who was cute and nice and this and everything's great, but our communication style is just a bit off, whatever. But I could know exactly what it is, and then it's like, I'm not gonna date her. I'm not gonna do none of that. He was ready to give her the world, but because she wasn't actively chasing him, and he had kind of like seceded, like, I'm here. You don't have to chase anymore. And there it goes.
Yeah, and it's almost like if it comes easy, you don't want it type of thing.
I mean, any guy or girl watching this right now, the person that you're most infatuated with doesn't like you. That's why you're infatuated with them, because you're not actively with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, half the time the fantasy of wanting that person is always more exciting than sometimes the...
Someone said you have to make your girl cry twice a month. Somebody said that. It wasn't me.
I don't know. It might work.
If it don't work, hey, I'm sorry.
At this point, it's like, hey, I don't know what works anymore. Like, it's a TikTok I seen.
The girl freaks out. It was a TikTok.
It's a TikTok. Look at it. I was joking anyways.
There's guys over here. I did what Rhino said. I cheated 10 times. I did this, and I smacked her in the face.
She cried all week. I must be doing a great job.
Which, crazy enough, I met so many girls that said I was in an abusive relationship. I was like, how is that possible? You didn't break up with him after you got smacked in the face?
You wouldn't understand.
There's a girl that the man would physically hit her and beat her. And I was like, why would you still be with him? Wouldn't you call the police or some sort of legal action or leave the relationship? No, because like he's never hit anyone before. And like, I feel like I'm special because I'm the only one he's ever hit before.
She said
She needs
she has a problem. She needs to get checked out.
Because obviously I'm not condoning any sort of violence towards anybody, but if you keep putting your hand on the stove and it keeps burning you, whose fault is it? The stove or you putting your hand on the stove? Like, the stove gonna keep burning you. Even if you feel like this girl's my world, you can't show.
No, you can, but like you also have to have that pull too, though.
No, I talked to enough guys. They were like, there was a very common denominator we all talked to. Like, every girl that you may have given the most to were the ones that just faded, like, because we too invested.
I can agree with
And
that.
that's been it. And
Same.
You guys agree too? Then
I agree with that.
The girl that I bought the $3,000 Fendi bag for
Damn.
vanished. You know how much love that I had in my heart for that person?
A lot.
Cut the cameras. But
So we're not saying there's a right way to do it. We're just saying these are some stats that I've been noticing.
and there will be hundreds of girls. I am not like this. I'm looking for the stable. I'm looking for the no toxicity. But I don't think people even understand their own human psychology.
Well, I feel like if a girl already in this day and age has so many options and they can pretty much choose whoever they want, might as well make it a little fun for me to make it worth my choosing, right? Like, if I could just pick any guy and let's say the perfect guy over there, you want that guy, but it's like, what's the point? Like, just pick him already.
So just don't hit anyone and just watch Strawberry Park.
Make your girl cry twice a month.
And twice a month.
That's it though.
And don't even do nothing crazy.
Don't hit her too hard. It's a comedy channel.
We're not being serious.